Good morning. Good morning, veterans, Representative Day, students, teachers, and guests. My name is Deb Barnes. I'm the principal here at Kutztown Elementary School, and it is a privilege to welcome you to our Veterans Day program today. I want to begin by saying thank you. Thank you, veterans, for your service to our country, for your sacrifices, and for preserving the freedom each one of us enjoys as Americans. We are grateful and we are humbled by your presence here today. In 1954, President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed a bill proclaiming November 11th as Veterans Day and called upon Americans everywhere to rededicate themselves to the cause of peace. Protecting and assuring peace and safety for our children has long been the responsibility of brave men and women in uniform. I am proud of my 7 uncles, 2 aunts, my brother-in-law, and my husband who served. And I thank all of you for your service. At this time, I'm going to invite our 5th grade scouts to come forward, stand on the white line, and they will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. Thank you, 5th grade scouts. At this time, veterans, if you would please, sorry, I should have said this a little bit sooner, if you would please remain standing. As a symbol of our honor and gratitude, we would like to present you with an American flag, and I will now ask these scouts to come forward to present you with a flag. So scouts, come on over. Just the 5th grade scouts. They're gonna come on over. Thank you. You may be seated. We will call you up again shortly. At this time, I would like to, Chase, you can, I'll take that. So I now am going to introduce our honored guest today. We have Representative Gary Day here with us today. It is quite an honor to have him be present for our Veterans Day Remembrance Ceremony, and he would like to address the veterans. So I'm going to turn it over to him this time. Representative Day.
Thank you all so much. And I tried to make my way through our crowd earlier, practicing social distancing, wearing my mask and trying to keep everyone safe. But what I was trying to do is I talked to some of the folks here today is just say thank you for coming. A program like today gives the school, teachers, staff, the administration, it gives them an opportunity to teach to our children and connect with veterans, but to teach to them about your service and what was important about that. And that these students should seek out, number one, know that they have someone in their lives, if you're sitting with your student now, someone in their lives that probably served sometime in the past or currently. And two, why you served, why you think it was important, and talk to you about that. So I do want to just say to all the teachers and the staff, the administration here at Kutztown, this is one of the great, there's 500 school districts in Pennsylvania, and this is one of the great school districts. When I go to Harrisburg and sit with my colleagues, I sit there with my head held high about the work being done here at Kutztown School District. And I want to thank them for all the time that they spent going through this last 18 months of working through a worldwide pandemic and still providing high quality education for our students. When I think about it, and as you get older, you think about it more and more about what do I want to do? What mark do I want to leave on my family, the world, my community? And I always think about veterans and the mark that all of you have left by your service. It's thankless service sometimes, but today we get an opportunity to actually thank you. So one thing I want students to know that are here is ask people, when you hear that they're a veteran and they've gone and served, make sure you talk to that person and ask them. The students that are sitting today with their veterans, make sure you talk to them outside of school, when you're at home, or even if you pick up the phone and talk to them and you talk to the veterans. Why is it important? In the last 25 years of my life, I've gone to events like this. I've run across veterans on Veterans Day, many on Memorial Day, and many throughout the rest of the year. Some come into my office asking for help. And you know what? To each one, veterans say to me, the most important thing to them is that we don't forget what they did and what their friends did who didn't return from being far away from their families. So what do veterans do? Just so you know, a veteran makes a pledge to give their life towards their country, which is us. It's Kutztown community, and it's each and every one of you. They pledge to give their time, service, and their lives to their fellow service people as well. And that bond and camaraderie gives them the strength to continue to do things to protect our liberty and freedom, which allows you to come to this school and freely decide what you're going to do with your life. No one's going to tell you what you're going to do. You get to spend time here at Kutztown and learn what are the things you like to do, what are the things you might not like to do. And then you're free to choose whatever you want to be and do with your life. And I encourage you, when you talk to veterans, and now I'm talking to the students, but when you talk to your veteran family members and neighbors, ask them why they serve, why they served in the past, why they're serving now. Ask them why they give time of their life. Imagine packing a bag of some clothes and some other things and going away from your family for months and sometimes years. That's what service people do. Many today, the way our military is structured, many people go away for not a lot of years, but over time, they continue to make the choice to serve when called upon. Right now, our system works where if the governor or the president call up a military unit, that means they could call the person, they could be working in their job as a mechanic or a police officer or a teacher, and they can be called to service. So they go pack their bag and they go away. Some are dads, some are moms, and they have to be away from their kids. That's not easy. So I'd want to know, why do they want to do that? Many tell me, like I said, number one is, on a day like today, make sure we teach the next generation. So the best way I know to do that, besides with our great teaching administration and faculty here and staff members, besides that, is for you to talk to the veterans and learn for yourself. When I go around and I think about Veterans Day and why it's important to me, I think about my family members that served and what they went to do. And it's very much influenced that I've decided to serve by being an elected official. Oh, by the way, I didn't even introduce what I do. I'm a state representative. And the kids, who knows what a state representative does? All right. Maybe? What do you think? Go ahead. What do you think?
Well, in the name it says represent.
That's right. That's very astute and a great observation. What I do is the people in our area elect somebody to go to Harrisburg and work with the governor. What we try to do through representative government that our veterans have protected in defending the Constitution and our form of government, the way we have it set up here, is we have representative government. We govern ourselves. That's unique in the world. And it has been very successful over the last 200 years. It's been very successful and it's flexible enough to continue to improve. So as a state representative, I'm an elected person, part of self-governance that in other countries would not be allowed to happen. There'll be a group of people, small group of the whole population that would decide what everybody is going to do going in the future. So as your state representative, I sit there and work in Harrisburg with the governor, and I try to figure out the things that I can do to say thank you. Students, do you guys know what is the best way to say thank you? Anybody know? Go ahead in the hat there. Say it louder and prouder right through that mask. Say it loud. Thank you for your service. Just say it, right? How about if we do that right now? Are you guys ready? I like to see everybody here following the rules, crisscross. Everybody's pretty much crisscross, hands front, looking forward. So I really appreciate having a student body that is so organized and together. Veterans, don't you think that that's great the way they're acting today and being organized? Let's give the students a round of applause. Now, students, the best way to say thank you, the gentleman in the hat said, is to say thank you for your service. So let's do that today. Do you think you can help me do that? Now, the veterans just gave you applause for the way you're conducting yourself today. I would appreciate if you were 10 times as loud as they just were. Make sure, well, the superintendent is here. So make sure the people down in the office can hear you when I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, and you say thank you. Okay, we'll just say thank you to make it easier, okay? Everybody okay with that? Loud as you can, you don't mind, you're not gonna hurt your voice? All right, ready? I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, and then we say thank you to our veterans. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So that's one way we say thank you. You know what? That was pretty good. Do you guys think you could do it a little bit louder? Because I'm not sure that lady in the back and that gentleman back there in the corner, I'm not sure that they kind of really felt it. So let's help them feel it now. Raise that level up a little bit. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, thank you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, the only reason I can do that is because you guys are organized, following the school rules for being in an assembly, crisscross applesauce with your legs, eyes front looking at the speaker, and hands in your lap. So I'm really proud that you can do that. And that gives us a chance to have a little bit of fun and exercise with a big thank you. So thank you for doing that. Veterans, I'd like to say a few things to you. Every day that I go to Harrisburg and every year that I serve, it gets more and more responsibility for me. I find out more and more things that I can do to help the people in our area, and it becomes quite trying at times, especially in today's political environment. And sometimes I think to myself of the service that you've provided to our community, for our community, and to our country. And I just personally want to say on behalf of all the people, the 187th District, the Pennsylvania House of Representatives, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I want to say thank you from everyone in the district. Finally, I want to circle back to our team here, our staff here are so dedicated, and I want to thank them again. And I would like all the students and the veterans to join me in thanking our administration, our staff, and our teachers here. In talking with the superintendent just a few moments before, he mentioned to me about some the trying times. We talked about it a little bit, some of the things that I'm doing in Harrisburg that he has to work through and his team has to work through, all the teachers have to work through. And what he does is he connects back to the students in the classroom and the teachers in the classroom. Because at the end of the day, training our next generation is what I believe is the answer to the question, why are we here? Continue to train the next generation to not make the mistakes that we made in the past. Another good reason to remember, and know your perspective and pass it on to the next generation. So if you'd help me by thanking them, we're going to do the same thing, everybody together, all students, all veterans. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, thank you. This will be for everyone here at the school. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, with that, I'm going to recognize our veterans here today. So I have a certificate to actually use the authority of my office to recognize each and every one of you. The principal has given us time to ask each one of you to come up. We're going to practice social distancing. If anyone would like a photo, you can certainly snap one, or we'll figure out a way to get that done. A lot of people like to get photos, but we're going to start with the first row. We're alphabetical order, folks, like this, left to right, each row. So we're going to start with Norman Adam. Norman, would you come up here, please? We'll save any applause to maybe the end of the row. Come right over here. And the next person. Brad, if the first row wants to just come up and line up over here, I'll say your name as I hand these out. Watch these wires. You want to take photos? For the whole group? Okay. Next we have Brad Bircher, U.S. Air Force veteran. Handshakes are optional. If you want one, put your hand up. And I didn't say.
I'm Navy, but that's okay.
Norman Adam, United States Navy. That would bring a tear to my mom's eyes. Next we have Robert Forbes, United States Army veteran. Next is Matthew J. Bridges, United States Army Reserve veteran. We have Frank Collins, United States Army veteran. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give this group a round of applause. The second row could make their way up here. Try to stay in order. We have you alphabetically in order. So first will be right here, straight through. Right up in front of the wire. So is that our second row? First we have Stephen. Next we have Colby Delgado, United States Army veteran. Next we have Dennis DeLong, United States Army veteran. Next, Joe Fatzinger, United States Marine Corps veteran. David F. Glasser, United States Navy veteran. Thank you. For the next row, please come forward. Check it out. First, we have Barry Hess, United States Army, airborne veteran. Guys, airborne, he jumps out of airplanes with a big parachute. Did they always give you a parachute? Okay. Next, we have Bill Hillman, United States Army veteran. Next, we have David Jacoby, United States Marine Corps veteran. Next, we have Michael Kellogg, United States Army veteran. Finally, for this group, Paul Kisslinger, United States Army veteran. Let's thank these veterans, folks. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. If you walk around the wire, that'd be great. Guys, you guys are doing great. I am so impressed with how awesome you guys are. It's very respectful to be here. The next row, please come forward. Line up in that space. Very respectful to be here and be so respectful of our veterans, whether it's in the certificate. We're almost complete, we're almost done, but I just want to say thank you very much. First person here, if I row, how you were as well. You have it up there. Watch that water. First, we have Andrew LaFavor, United States Air Force veteran. Next, we have Epifanio Lopez, United States Army veteran. Next, we have Charles Newberry, United States Air Force veteran. Next, we have Dave Phillips, United States Navy veteran. Next, we have Amber Ryerson, United States Army veteran. Finally, for this group, we have Jason Ryerson, United States Army veteran. Thank you. Next group can come up. The other thing you learn when you're in the services is how to be organized. You can see that from our veterans. The next row knew, they watched what was going on, and they stood up before I even said anything, but they waited to proceed until I was ready. You guys are doing the same thing here, and I'm really proud of that work. First, we have Rick Schuler, United States Navy veteran. Next, we have Peter R. Schwoyer, United States Marine Corps veteran. Next, we have Keith Smith. I even met you outside. You told me a couple times. Keith Smith, United States Army veteran. Next, we have Carl Strobel, United States Air Force veteran. Finally, next, we have John Thayer, United States Air Force veteran. Thank you. Watch the wires here, guys. 2 wires. Next row, please come forward. For the students, I want to let you also know that each one of these veterans also acquired skills when they went in the military. They acquire skills like we talked about, organization, leadership, how to follow directions. It's kind of funny, but you guys are doing a great job following directions here today. Very proud to be here and be part of this, and you're a big part of this as well. Oh, okay. First, we have Anthony Tapia, United States Army veteran. Next, we have Timothy Vanek, United States Air Force, veteran. Next, we have Josh Worst, United States Navy, veteran. Also been informed that veteran Gary Bond is here as well. Would you stand up, please? What's your French? And he's a United States Army veteran. Thank you for joining us here today. Next, we have Glenn Webster, United States Air Force veteran. Next, we have Jennifer Ziegler, United States Navy Reserve veteran. Matt Ziegler, United States Marine Corps, veteran. Thank you. Cover these wires, folks. Are there any other veterans in attendance today that we cannot give the certificate to? Can I take a selfie with this? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to spot your coat. Army veteran, United States Army. I'm going to close. Is there anything else you want me to do to close? And then you do it. Okay. Thank you all very much for being here today and participating. I really appreciate it. I'm going to close my comments and then is it just you?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was a lot of people. I like to give people an idea, and then she'll close the program briefly. But my closing comments, one, I just want to say thank you for your participation to the veterans. I really appreciate it. And also I want to thank again, the staff and administration here. This is a lot of work. Doesn't sometimes seem that way, but from our audio guy, making sure that you can hear me, to our superintendent, our principal, all of our teachers and staff here that make today possible. I want to thank them again for their time. And then finally, students, I am absolutely amazingly impressed with the way you guys conduct yourself during an assembly like this. Today's a day, if you think about one thing when you leave, is a day that we think about people who are veterans. What is a veteran? A veteran is somebody who has served their country and therefore our community of Kutztown in the armed services. They've packed a bag and they've been away. Many of them, you heard me say the word reserve. The reserves sit and wait, and at any moment, like a volunteer fireman, but only they pack up and go away. And they serve and protect our structure, our way of life that gives you liberty and freedom, which freedom, oh, you know what? That's way too long. For you guys to remember, seek out your veteran, talk to them, learn from them. That'll make it happy. You have a happy life and you know what you want to do in service for your fellow man, woman, and children in our community. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm State Representative Gary Day, and I'm extremely thrilled to be able to be here today to thank you myself and on behalf of all the people of the 187th District. If there's anything my office can do, me or my office can do for you, please reach out to you. I represent Kutztown Borough, Maxatawny Township, and Lyons Borough here in Berks County. I also represent over into Lehigh County, quite a large area over there. And I just want you to know, reach out to my office. We'll be glad to help you. We'll get you in touch if you're outside of my area with your state representative or senator to help you with any issues you have. So with that, I want to say thank you for letting me be part of this program and have a great day.
Thank you, Representative Day. Thank you, veterans. We have two last details to take care of. As is our tradition at Kutztown Elementary School, all of the students have created small tokens of appreciation for our veterans. So at this time, boys and girls, if you are sitting with your veteran in a chair, please walk forward, take a bag for your veteran, Nirvana, make sure you get one for both of your veterans, and present it to them with a thank you for your service. Come forward now, children.
Over here. Guys, come over here. Wait, don't cross over the wires. Come this way.
And the last part, which is also tradition at Kutztown Elementary School, is that we always close singing "Proud to Be an American" together. And what you may not know is that all of the other children are in their classrooms watching on Zoom, so they're going to sing along with us in their classrooms. And so I am going to go ahead and play that now. Feel free to stand if you wish.
Tomorrow all things were gone, work for all my life, and I had to start again, just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. Who gave From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA. There's pride in every American heart, and it's time to stand and say.
On behalf of the students and staff of Kutztown Elementary School, I would like to thank you again for your service and thank you for being here for our presentation today. At this time, boys and girls who are scouts, I'm going to ask you to start with Summer. You're going to walk out in a nice straight line, so Summer's whole row will walk out and go back to your classroom. Go ahead, Dylan, follow. Yep, go ahead, James, follow, follow. There you go. Go right back to your classrooms. Go ahead, Jackson. Perfect. Go ahead, Preston. Jude, thank you. While they're walking out, I'd also like to thank Matt Ziegler, who's one of our veterans today and also a scout leader, for providing the flags and helping to coordinate things for today, and making sure all of our scouts came to school in their uniform today. So thank you, Matt, for that. Oh, he's out there, of course. And then boys and girls who are sitting in the audience, give your veteran a great big hug and a thank you, and you can head back to class. And then veterans, again, we thank you for coming today. You can exit right out here in the gym lobby. Have a wonderful rest of your day.